Truth and love, people, truth and love. Hey. Peace, y'all. I know it's been a while since I've been up on here giving messages and shit. I had to take a break from social media. It was quite a bit. All right, but I'm hopping right into it. I tried to post this video the other day and it wasn't working, so I'm just gonna redo it. Whatever I channel, but the shit that I channel, bro, I'll never forget it. What I'm picking up on is, first and foremost, I feel so, I want to say the word daunting. It's disturbing. There it is. I'm hearing disturbing messages. I'm hearing disturbances. Everything that I'm about to say is wrapped around this word disturbed. Okay? There are people in your family who are so fucking not only disturbed, but distorted and disillusioned. They really have been plotting against you for a very long time. I'm putting this out here today specifically because there's a few of you out there that are not choosing to take heed and to take warning. When your ancestors are trying to tell you do something, you have to do it. Okay? I know that you want to get the specifics and the details and all that other shit, right? When your ancestors trying to tell you to do something, just do your best to do it. You will find out why later. Okay? But if you're going to allow God to lead your life, ask the questions last. Ask the questions when you're not in danger. Ask the questions when you need to get the fuck out of Dodge immediately. And we'll sit there and we'll start asking questions now because we don't even realize we're in danger. Some of us be in fucking la la land. Some of us are like super hyper vigilant. Either way, we all have a level of guidance that is here to help us. So please trust your intuition. That is God speaking to you. If you have been getting an inkling, if you have been getting that sour feeling that somewhere ain't right, or somebody ain't right, or some people ain't right, fucking go with your gut, please. I am specifically I'm picking up on a mother. Bro, I'm picking up on a mother that has smiled in your face this entire time. Excuse me. I'm picking up on two different groups of people. One of them, I'm seeing father. I don't know where he fits in yet. Both of you groups of people, your mother has been, I heard behind the scenes with shit. For one of the groups, your mother has been, I hate to say it, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but on my channel I keep it raw and I keep it honest. Even my delivery, I don't mean to come off and hurt you if you're watching. But it's got to come out of my mouth how it's got to come out of my mouth. I'm not here on my channel to disrespect anybody. Okay? Your mother is fucking your man. Sorry. That's the truth. Your mother is fucking your man. And if you had an inkling about it this entire time, please know that fucking shit is true. Please know it's true. Your mother's been getting with your man or your girl this entire time. Your mother is shady. Please understand that I had to side note this, and it's very important that I say this. It's very important that I say this. There's a lot of people out there who will consider themselves to be readers, who will consider themselves to be oracles, who will consider themselves to be divine. Real people who are truly of the divine and work for the divine will see the people who just say that just so that they can get views and money and shit. Okay? I can't tell you how many times I came across a tarot video and they're not actually reading the cards properly. They're literally skimming through the read of the cards and going off their own personal experiences. Okay? This has nothing to do with my mother, my father, rest in peace. None of this has nothing to do with my family. When I channel, I'm genuinely channeling from somebody else's life. Now, yeah, I got corruption in my family too, and that sucks. When a reader has certain experiences, they're going to be able to pick up on certain experiences to be able to relay whatever message God has about that experience. Okay? Some of us are going to be better equipped to handle certain messages given the certain experiences that we've had. But a lot of readers, and it's not to throw no shame or shit on nobody, but a lot of readers will hop on just to get guidance and clarity on their specific experience and then say it's for you. Now, some readers will sit there and try to get clarity. I don't know why I'm going off on a tangent about this. This is not something that I was trying to do, but this, whatever God needs me to say, I think it's extremely fucking important, so I'm just gonna say it. There's readers out there that will sit there and say, okay, I need some clarity for myself, let me get that. But then their ancestors may say, share this. Okay, cool. But a lot of times, and you can tell by how they talk, there's readers out there that are so desperate to find answers to their situation that they'll hop up and do the same damn read every single day until they get some sort of clarity. Okay? Just be careful. Be careful of the readers that come up on here that are all about the fucking drama. Okay? Some people will give you the scoop because you meant to get the scoop. You meant to get the tea. Okay, that's cool. But then there's some people out there that go so far beyond. They'll go off on a tangent. You can tell because they'll go off on a tangent about their life and then stay stuck in it. And then call people's names out and shit all in the name of drama, not divinity. So just please be careful of who you're listening to. That includes me. Just have proper discernment. My word ain't the end all be all. It never will be. Okay? Unless you stepping foot in my house. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, back to what I was saying. So I just wanted to let you guys know. I think that where I was getting that from was that whatever's happening in my family, I'm not taking it out on the read so that, you know, I can convince you guys that this is your story. If this is not your story, don't make it fit. If you love your mother and she truly is not against you, enjoy your time with her or whoever in your family or your best friend, whoever. These readings are not for everybody, but for whoever they do resonate for, please take heed. Because I don't be feeling these energies for nothing. You know what I mean? But your mother she's evil. I'm sorry. And some of you will agree with me. That's an evil bitch. She's evil. I'm getting something to, I'm picking up brownies. Somebody is from the East Coast because they love Wawa brownies. And there's only Wawas on the East Coast. Okay? I'm also getting like a hippie mother. A mother who's like a hippie. And she loves to bring you and your friends weed brownies. But she's been doing that since y'all were kids. I'm getting you might be a single you might be an only child. But your mother used to do things like give you drugs growing up. So let's just keep it real. If your mother isn't above doing shit like that, and she can sit there and say, oh, please forgive me, you can forgive her all day. But baby, you not coming back into my life, and we not being no best friends no more. If we were ever friends to begin with. That's some enemy shit. You don't just sit there and give a 13-year-old a fucking weed brownie, knowing they got school the next day on top of that. Okay? All of that is fucked up. Let me take my time. Please let me take my time with this energy, because when I tell you the word disturbed is at the center of this reading, I feel like throwing up and punching everything at the same time. This bitch I'm picking up on. I'm sorry. And maybe I won't say this bitch. But in this one, I think I might fucking have to. That the way this woman thinks is so off kilter. This shift that's happening next year, 2024, whether you believe it to be January or April, okay? Wherever you at in your fucking calendars and shit, doesn't matter. The shift is happening. The shift is happening. This bitch is trying to set you up to get killed. Sorry. I apologize that I have to fucking say it. And I apologize for calling this woman a bitch. But she is. The fact that she's sitting there, bro, she been plotting on you. Oh my God. She been poisoning you too ever since you was a kid. Fuck the brownies. Them brownies are a lifesaver compared to some. I see like she's made up like her own concoction of shit. Your mother might have those bottles when you unscrew it, they're droppers. Okay, I'm gonna call them tincture drop bottles or droppers, whatever. And you know, herbalists who make their own tinctures and shit, they use this. If your mother's an herbalist, or a scientist of any kind, she got like a little lab, or a lab that you don't fucking know about. It's like Dexter's Laboratory, or Mr. and Mrs. Smith, like those types of movies and shows where there's a bunch of like hidden compartments. Your mother is an unrighteous ninja. Okay? Like your mother, I heard dipsy doozy. She might be a very clumsy person. So no offense, but this woman might be an air sign. Okay? I feel like crying. I honestly feel like crying though. Like, I feel like I keep hearing there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. Like, whatever coven your mother was working with. I know you're used to hearing this on other readings and shit. But when I tell you, I'm giving you confirmation for real. You've gotten confirmation from other readers and channelers and shit. I hope this is the last stop for you. Your mother, I see Anubis. He ain't playing. Ooh, he's not happy with what's going on. If that's one of your ancestors, you better believe one of the biggest reasons why this shit's not working no more is because of Anubis. But I feel like crying. I feel like the top left area of my solar plexus chakra wants to cry. They have done anything and everything. They have tried to find ways to kill you. They have tried to find ways to get you permanently sick, permanently injured. They have tried to find ways to put you under the jail. They have tried to find ways to throw dirt on your name and fuck up your whole reputation. They have tried to find any and every fucking way possible to throw your ass under the bus and make sure you not only get hit, but you get hit by every motherfucking wheel under that bus. They have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. They thought, man, they had like a master plan on your ass. This is your family. This is not your friends. You might have a close friend. Oh shit. You got a close friend that you don't know and that you're gonna find out is actually a relative of yours. I don't know what the fuck what's the point of sitting there saying I don't know who I'm picking up on? I don't know who I'm talking to. But I'm sorry. The amount of downloads that I'm getting, I'm usually extremely organized when I have my messages and I can go boop, 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 all that shit. So let me just recalibrate, because the amount of downloads that's coming through my crown chakra right now is hardcore. And my shit covered up. Okay? But when it's got to come through, it's got to come through. Remember when I said there was 2 different groups of you guys? And the one group, your mother is fucking your man or fucking your wife. Everything else I'm saying outside of that pertains to both groups. The conspiracy, the envy, all of that. That's all both groups. The only difference between these 2 groups is that the one group, it's 11:44. Y'all on the East Coast. I'm sorry, but your mother is disgusting. She's gross. Oh my God. Like, she has no problem getting with your man at all. And I am picking up that you're a female, you're a daughter, and you got a husband or a long-term boyfriend. This isn't a fling, though she's had flings with your flings before. You even knew about that. And I'm picking up the age 12 too. Your mother, I'm sorry, but your mother's a pedophile. She's nasty and she's weird. She has no problem doing shit to little boys. That's probably one of the reasons why you have a hard time with relationships. And you knew about it too. For some of you, you either caught your mother in the act or you heard about it. And when you tried to confront, you can tell that she was lying. Please understand that the mother who is promiscuous is because she was molested and raped herself. So do your best to find your forgiveness for her and all that. But for the majority of you, whether they're doing that with your husband or not, for the majority of you, you are in denial. that your mother has anything to do with any of your fucking downfalls or the weird shit that's been going on in your life. Your mother's behind the gang stalking. Your mother is behind the gang stalking. I'm serious. Your mother has poisoned your food before. Your mother is behind all the fuckery. And if you have somebody else in the family that is of a higher ranking than your mother or is the actual ringleader, your mother has no problem doing some of the dirty work. Okay? Now, since this has been going on since birth, what they figured with this master plan, what they figured was that if they drip drop a little poison in your food along the way, that if they drip drop a little fucked up programming in your ear along the way, well, where they'll sit there and they'll say some shit that contradicts their love for you, but then they tell you that they love you. You know what I'm saying? You better believe they doing all that. So they thought that they can do all these things to you growing up so that by the time you get to a certain age, you're going to be too fucked up in the head or too fucked up in the body or both. For some of you, they tried to do something with your throat chakra so that you couldn't talk anymore. If all of a sudden in your life you developed a stuttering problem, it's because they fucked with your throat chakra. Okay? All right. Now this is the other part of the download this is the part of the download I was getting the other day, but now shit is like really clicking. So please bear with me as I do my best to gather my own energy before speaking on this, because it's a lot. Long story short, the English alphabet, from what I've researched so far and have read and looked up so far, the English alphabet is made up of magic runes. R-U-N-E-S. Magic runes. I don't know if it's S or a Z at the end. I can't remember. But either way, they were magical symbols that people used back in the day to cast spells. But to cast good spells. Okay? This was from the Germanic people. Okay? All of a sudden, the Christian society wants to come through and deem using magic runes as evil. So then they made it a law that they wasn't allowed to use this shit. Meanwhile, the Christian society went and took the magic runes and then created the fucking English alphabet from it. Okay, that's where the English language comes from what I've read so far. Hence the reason why every time you speak, you're casting spells. Okay? The reason why I'm saying this and what this has to do with your family is all tied in is because you have the real ringleader, which is your aunt or an uncle, but they're definitely on your father. That's where father was coming from. Okay. They're definitely on your father's side of the family. These people that your mother's doing whatever, but like she went along with the evils of your father's side of the family. Your father's side of the family is so fucked up and so weird, and I'm hearing heavily paranormal. Like they fuck with that shit. Paranormal activity and shit. Graveyard magic. Like graveyard spells. Like they don't necromancy. There it is. Fucking with the dead and shit. Now, it's one thing if you want to invoke a god and shit just to understand some information. It's another thing when you throwing entities on other people. So fucked up, bro. So fucked up. Um, but the reason why I went into the history of all that is because the real ringleader in your family, who's on your father's side in this life, was one of the peoples of the Christian society back in the day. She was like a minion. No, there was. What am I picking? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. So, yes, at one point she was a minion to this church. Um, but she started to level up in the shit that she was doing. And she ended up becoming a priest herself. When she became a priest, and they put out a law that they weren't allowed to use magic runes no more. After, I want to say a month or two, and I'm also seeing 3. After a few months max, when that law was put into place, it could have even been a year or 2. There's a lot that's coming through right now. But what they did was they gave this law enough time to throw enough fear into people so that they can convince people to do what they want them to do, and now the whole town's under a fucking spell. Okay? Through fear. Not through divinity, but through fear. This priest woman, your aunt, or whoever in your fucking family, could even be your cousin, because whoever it is in this life for you, they're older. Much older than you. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. They're either, if they're not a parent, it's definitely an aunt or a grandparent, okay? But what they did after a while, when people started to go into the fear of this shit, they started putting magic runes on people's chakras so that in the next life, they will have reign over you and your energy. This is why I have to control my emotions when I'm feeling. These motherfuckers have gotten rich off of your energy for so fucking long. You are an Egyptian goddess, a real one, or a god. Either way, you look like a golden fucking Emmy or an Oscar. You look like you could stand on top of the pyramids the way they do like on an Oscar, as if God's getting the Golden Globe or some shit. A trophy, an award-winning body, an award-winning mind. Your skin is beautiful. Whoever the fuck I'm picking up on. Beautiful fucking hair. I'm picking up on somebody who is a literal goddess. I am picking up specifically on a female. You're a literal fucking goddess, and your family has known that about you since birth. Okay? Not since birth, but since birth. Okay? I'm serious. They have, oh my God, bro, they have known who you were this entire time, have been getting rich off of you this entire time. Now, in this life, they can't get rich off of you like that because they know how much easier it is to get caught. Okay? I'm picking up that these people in your family, the ringleader, this heifer works for the government. She works for the government. Somehow, some way, she could be an officer, she could be a secretary, she could be a boss of some sort. She could have been in the military or had an affiliation with the military. Whatever the case is, she definitely works for the government. So she knows the ins and outs of what she can and cannot do when it comes to corruption and all the bullshit. This person was never for you. And I'm seeing bricks or like a brick wall. And like, I want to say like it's an untagged part of a tagged brick wall. So it's a part of the brick wall that ain't nobody throw no paint on there yet. No spray paint. I don't know why I'm seeing that. So whatever that means to you is whatever that means to you. Back alley, lonely, dress up, put your shit back on. Oh. I am picking up on an SA, because that's what we have to say nowadays is SA. Anyway, I hate picking up on visions like that. This could have happened after a funeral. Your mother, she's not the, for some of you, here's the thing. And okay, here's what's going on with these two different groups. We'll say group one is the mother that's messing with your man. The one that's messing with your man, she is the ringleader. For those of you in group two who your mother is not the ringleader, it's your aunt. It's excuse me. It's your aunt. Whew. It's your aunt. And here's what's really fucked up, because I'm doing past life shit now. I'm rolling into the past lives, and if you ever need a past life reading, please hit me up. Let me know. CrystalLauraTheOracle@gmail.com. Hit me up there, please, if you are looking for a past life reading. Oh my God, the level of information that's coming through to me is so powerful. It's like a rushing stream of water. So I apologize for the in advance. Whatever. In the past life, where your aunt, was, I really want to say a sack racing puppet. She might be into sack races in this life. I don't know why I'm hearing that, because I sure as shit don't see it. But they used to put runes on people. So what they did was they would tell people at the church, this is still during the Christian society in Germanic times and shit. After a while, when they embedded enough fear in people, and they started learning about the chakra system and all that shit, and they started putting, what they did was they took backwards runes and placed it on your chakras. And that's why I'm feeling what I'm feeling when it comes to the solar plexus chakra. Yeah. So they put, for those of you where it seems like you have done everything right. You've worked your 9-to-5 jobs. You've been doing the shadow work. You've been doing chakra work. You've been doing past life work. You've been doing chakra work. You've been doing light work. You've been doing all the work that you know how to do. You do a level of due diligence. You have done anything and everything you possibly could to make sure that you had a solid foundation under your feet. And shit in your life still seem like it's not going right, and you've done accountability work. You did all that. You did everything you possibly could do. You did everything that God told you to do. If there's one more thing as God is trying to tell you to do and has been trying to tell you to do, is step away from certain people, places, and things. Okay, because they don't really love you, and they don't truly mean well for you. I am seeing a couple of guns. I'm seeing some knives. It's not a joke. Okay? But you in this past life, the thing that's fucked up was that you was down for the church. You was super down for it. You were super duper down for the church. Now, one of two things happened, because I'm picking up on two different people right now, or it could be two different groups. What they did was they would line people up and they would take people one by one in private with a group of people to put these runes on you. They convinced people that they were just giving them an extra hardcore prayer. And this is around the winter time they did this too. Where people were getting desperate and needed money and whatever the fuck else and all that shit that the bullshit holidays bring, right? For some of them, God, my stomach's starting to hurt. Okay, so I'm going to read for those who did get runes placed on them. For those of you who got runes placed on you in the past life, you got sick. You didn't understand what was going on. You didn't understand what was happening. They kept trying to tell you, oh, that's just God working through you. That's God working through you. And then you ended up dying. So for some of you, you might have a physical chronic illness that may be heavily affecting you. And you might want to look into some Reiki to help you with your physical ailments. Okay. For the other group, and take whatever resonates. Okay, take however it resonates for you. But for some of you, you found out what the church was actually doing, and you spoke out against it, and they exiled you. So for those of you, I'm also picking up on specific rooms. For those of you who ended up getting the disease, was not the one that spoke about it. They did something to your solar plexus chakra. For those of you who left, your chakras were still very much affected. But for those of you, I didn't mean left. I meant exiled. For those of you who were exiled, you could have left. But for those of you who exiled, they tried to throw something at your throat chakra. Okay? Either way, with the runes and information that they got, they hit everybody's chakras. Okay? And so you might have this level of shame, which is honed in on your solar plexus chakra when it's unbalanced. You may feel this sense of shame that you don't know where it's really coming from. It's coming from your past life. This shame that you're feeling, whether you went through something shameful in this life or not, you've done so much work to resolve your shit. So if you're not understanding where it's coming from, that's where it's coming from. Okay? If you have a hard time eating, you have a hard time digesting, and it hurt you so bad because you devoted yourself to the church for so long. You thought that if you stayed devoted to God and to everything that you were doing for the church, that you would be loved and cherished and accepted and protected no matter what. So when you realized what the church was doing and you spoke out against it, thinking that you were going to have people that have your back, and they didn't, that's where that's where I'm also picking up that a lot of these people that turn their back on you are your friends in this life. Some of them family, but most of them are friends. Most of them are the people that you went to school with in this life. They were down with you for a while, but when it comes to fear, when it comes to fear, they really um when it comes to fear, they really there's like I can't even finish a sentence right now. I'm picking up on this energy that's like as if somebody is trying to sprinkle dust on me to have me forget what I'm talking about. You bugging, McNugget, okay? Because I'm not gonna. I might like be a little in and out. It's weird, this energy that I'm feeling. So fast forward back into this life. Please understand something. If you are, I heard, connected to rage, then be careful of the words that come out of your mouth. But if you're if you got it in your heart, in your mind, in your body, in your spirit, excuse me, in your emotions, that somebody in your family has been really going against you, they are. They really, really are. Okay? And I know that sucks, but it is the truth. All right? So please be gentle and loving and kind towards yourself. All right? Please take it easy, but also please heed the warnings when you get them. Okay? Love yourself. Be careful. All right? But yes, this is confirmation. Your mother is messing with your man. Your mother has been behind the gang stalking. She's been behind the whole shit. And if it's not your mother, she's second in command compared to the ringleader, who is your aunt. All right, so that's all I wanted to come up on here and do. This energy was extremely fucking heavy, out of the blue. They really tried to stop me from getting this out. I'm not stopping. All right. So if you are looking for a more specific reading, it could be a past life reading or it could be a general read for you, but personal and specific. You can always hit me up. You can hit me up at Krista Elora, the Oracle at gmail.com. Or you can go to my, which I have to start posting on there soon. You can go on my IG, Krista Elora, the Oracle. All right. I love you guys very much. Stay peace. Stay well. Stay on your P's and Q's. Peace.